Alright, I am back from the crash, ready to fight this battle. They are going to attack me when I pass turn. Hopefully, it doesn't crash again. Dice get took. Yeah. I'm gonna attack them on the field, actually. Go right here. Whole army. Attack them on the field. Hopefully my cavalry will come in from an advantageous angle. Another small army, big army. Let's do this. Got a few units with experience. They will be protected in this. Other units will take kills. Take deaths. Ooh, and I've got a really nice hill that I can perhaps bait them into with my cavalry. This will be good. Like it creates a really solid bottleneck. I could easily cover that with archers and melee. Just charge down. Draw them across with the cavalry, firing all the way, and then charge. Listen to the daimyo's speech. I'm really laying it on heavy, aren't I? That is true. My guys all have really solid anti-arrow armor as well. Why would you not have a helmet though? Half of the guys in the unit. Oh well. Alright. They have such a massive number advantage. Wait, why wouldn't I come from the south? I thought that's where I positioned my camp. Oh well. Start battle. I think they're just going to bomb rush me, and I'm going to be able to use this hill against them really easily. Look at all those interlocking fire zones. That's the kill zone. If I can get a unit to go like there. I might want to just hill camp, but that's fine too. And pull units off. I can use that. Alright, let's do this. Sorry if I've been quiet, I've been just trying to think about what I'm going to do to take out this big, huge blob of men. They're no armor, they're just like in shirts, basically. T-shirts. Well, they've got a little something. Part of the reason that the katana was developed was because the Japanese finally came into contact with lamellar armor. Really, really sturdy lamellar armor worn by Mongolian troops. And they were saying that the straight swords that they had been using at the time weren't cutting it. They weren't getting through. They were sometimes breaking against the, really, really stiff armor. Lamellar is light and stiff, and it's it's not plate, but it's pretty darned good. And that prompted Japanese smiths to change the design. Honestly, I don't think that very many of these troops would be wielding this sort of sword. They'd probably more likely in this period be wielding either a straight sword or more of a, I don't know, kind of wide Chinese broadsword. I don't think that they would have quite as katana-like of a sword as this. Maybe a few of them would. It's not very curved. It's not as curved as the later katana can be. But I don't think they'd all be these single-edged swords. At this point in history, the Mongols didn't invade until the 1300s. Alright, they're still sitting on their hill, so I'm going to get closer in the forest. They don't seem to want to respond to my cavalry at all yet. They've got Naginata levy up front, so I can just take them out. Daimyo doesn't need to get any combat. Just the sun with armor. Charge in, get a few kills, charge out towards my arm. Lost 2 men. More than I really need to. 2 men down. 18 men killed. I could have done better, but another good volley. Backing off. Arrow, arrow, arrow. I can get away still. Go. Oh, they're turning around. Foolish. Either way, they'd be pretty screwed. There's not a lot they can do. Either they charge me and I get lots and lots of arrows into them, or they run away and I turn back around and shoot them some more. These cavalry are just so incredibly useful right now. Really good bow cav. Can't stress it enough. Indian bow cav are famous for being incredibly good. Supposedly they could hit teacups while riding at full gallop from like 100 feet away, maybe even more. I'm not sure. And they're broken. No need to shoot anymore. You can, just for the free kills. No, you're not doing well enough. Stop firing. There we go. Oh, come on. None of those arrows got him. One last glorious volley. Boom. So, can take out another couple Naginata levy. Pull them forward with some volleys. Fire arrows, why not? It was okay, it wasn't great. Only one loss. That was better. Pull away, shoot some more, pull away, shoot some more. I honestly wish that they had some cav with which they could respond, because this isn't even that interesting right now. Go on faster speed even. No more shooting at that. Fresh. Fresh. Good. Wow. I'm surprised that they're still fresh. I'm going to take out so many in the arrows. I'm probably going to have to actually charge them eventually. Just run out of arrows, even with my... Shattered. Stop. No, you're not a levy. They've only got 40 left. I'm not going to shoot at them. I was worried that they would come back, but they're not a worthy target for my arrows. Masked archers. English figured it out too. Good masked archers who aren't afraid to get into a melee if they have to. Fire arrows. Get another volley, go. Yes, and they broke before they even got close enough. Come on, shatter. There we go. All right. Took a couple losses, like 5. But I'm gonna take out a whole nother Naginata levy for it. And back off some more. And shoot. I just need to leave them on fire at will mode and take out some more units. Whoop. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Loose formation is helping them. Like, if they were in a dense pocket, I could shoot at them more effectively, but it's just not enough. Pretend to charge them, maybe. I'm gonna have to start using my bows now. My footmen, because I'm out of ammo. Or I could just charge this unit. It might break when I come near it. It's tired now. Come on. Alright. Those moving forward. 2 big lines. Maybe even a little bit more space. There we go. That way they can really arc their shots in at the guys about to get into the melee and the guys supporting them. And I will pull them in using my cav. Now my cav are basically katana cavalry. Sturdy, high melee attack, decent charge bonus. Really not very good charge bonus, to be honest. But high melee attack, high armor. I'm going to take one of them. Nah, there's 2 bow levy there. I might as well just outbow them instead. Yeah. I will outbow them rather than charge with the cavalry, because there's no need to take losses on these men. I've gained a bunch of experience, and I don't want to jeopardize it by taking losses. My samurai should really outclass them. Move a little closer if you need to, I guess. So you're all firing. I want you to get a volley of flaming arrows and punish them for their insolence in taking 3 of our lives. Still just 3, even though they're getting even more volleys. Thank you, armor. And they're just, yeah, total of 5 losses. That's the thing, like on an infantry unit with the extra men, that's not going to cause as much of a real damage to your army. Like, that's my losses right there. That's their losses. That's going to have a huge psychological impact, and that's why they're broken and off of the field. For very low losses for me. Now, you could say that this isn't necessarily honorable, but at the time, like, this was, like, you could say the Japanese Hercules, the hero character from their mythology that is the coolest, best one of all time, he was primarily a bowman. He was supposedly a man who had an extra long arm and therefore could bend a much more powerful bow than anybody else. And so he's famous for, like, shooting the hulls of boats and having the boats sink. That's his sort of thing. So bow warfare was really the way to go at the time. But to be a really good bowman, you need to take time to practice at it. And that means time you can't be spending, like, doing another profession. Alright, I need to get them in with a charge. They've just got bow levy and they're backing away. I think I can catch them in a silly little bit. Alright, but there's that hill in the way. Let's see. Maybe I can get them to at least come back. Bowman can move forward. Still no losses to that. Get up. One lost that arrow fire. Bow levy, and I really feel bad almost for these peasants. I mean, in reality, it's really tragic that these guys are just getting annihilated by my rich jerks. You know, rich, proud guys who want to run the country with all their fancy military technology. And they're just trying at it and getting annihilated one by one. But, I mean, it's the enemy elite's fault, because they're the ones who are spending all their money building these armies of fluff rather than recruiting elite troops like they could. then I'd actually be having a much harder time. If this was all like foot samurai or bow warrior monks and naginata warrior monks, I would be much more worried. The levy units are just such absolute garbage. I mean, they're cheap, which is why you can do it, but it's just not worth it. Back off now. Try and charge them with the cav as they pursue. Yeah, they only got a few arrows and they're going to miss. They're still not moving any of their naginata forward, so that means I can further take out their bows one by one. And I've still got tons of ammo and half the time left. Slow down. So you miss most of the arrow storm. Now speed up. Get out from under it and crush them. Alright, get away from the naginata levy. I just wanted to pull them forward to get bowed to death. Lost a few guys there. I don't think the general lost any because he had lost those before, I think. Or did he? Yeah, he probably lost some. 214 kills, though. Alright, now I can take out this bow levy with impunity. They're not even going to get off. Alright, why did my guys blob in like that? Alright, I need to do a better job of micromanaging the charges. That was bad. That was really bad. I lost elite units to bow levy. That's bad. Alright. You alone. And you alone. That was more like it. Try and get there. Kill their bows and get out. Out, out, out. Out and into the line of my bows. Notice they're not the big wide formation that they were at the beginning of this battle because of skirmishing. All their bows are gone, and I still have almost all of my cavalry. Don't like the losses I took on that, but I think the experience I gained will at least cancel that out. 257 kills. You're about to get wrecked, son. R-E-K-T. And how about a fire arrow volley for you? Bows, bows, bows. Bows, 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 bows. If there was demand for it, I might do a campaign where I do mostly non-bow units, just to show how it could be done. It's harder, but it can be done. It's not impossible to not have bow superiority and still win, but it's so helpful. especially against like the lazy dog of the AI. Just kind of paws at you with a couple units at a time. And Arrow Storm from hell. Go. Foosh, foosh, foosh. And they're gone. All right. He rallied them just so that he could get a pathetic charge in. Alright, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Charge time. Charge, 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 and everybody else keeps shooting. No, actually stop. Inspire. Get ready to flank and kite. Charge. Charge. Barely taking any damage. Let me try and give you at least a little bit of melee can before they break. And breaking, broken. My guys are just too seasoned. And I guess you can easily make the argument that, like, yes, you can argue that the reach provided by the Naginata gives them an advantage, but being a professional soldier and practicing regularly versus being a peasant drafted for occasional military service makes a huge difference in your ability to perform well on a battlefield. So I will give the game that. I just think that a Naginata is more useful. Personal opinion. Cav, go. Look at this unit especially. It's a completely unscathed unit. And then I can move up forward. That general is going to completely escape. That's okay. I'll fight him again. I might get a heroic out of that. Very, very light losses across the board. 20 on that, so meh. Couple cav units got a little damaged, but overall I think that was a pretty easy victory. I really want them to start giving me some more reasonably difficult units to fight. Naginata, I'm on very hard. I mean, I'm not on legendary, I understand, but it's mid-campaign. I should be seeing Naginata warrior monks and maybe even Tetsubo warrior monk heroes. That would be a fun challenge, though I'd probably just arrow it to death like a cheap turd. Alright, pretty solid kills all around. My front rank of bows got some experience and really took the most losses, except for this unit. This unit I'm a little upset I lost so many guys on, because that is probably going to be a null. 113 kills to 20 losses. I'm probably not going to actually gain experience on that. Oh well, I did well with pretty much everything else.